Welcome back. It's an unlikely place for a time capsule and really unlikely content as well, but that's how the old underground Gore Park public washrooms are being described. They're under excavation right now as the city of Hamilton begins a major renovation above ground. Elise Kopp sent a camera down to see the porcelain relics today. She joins us now live from Gore Park with an incredible piece of history. Elise.
Hi, Nick. Well, if you weren't in Hamilton over 30 years ago, you wouldn't really know that they used to be housed just in this section of park behind me. They were shut up over 30 years ago, back when people actually knew what these things were. This was one of our finds from today. They were closed up because the entryways were very steep, didn't meet safety standards at that point. They were also becoming too difficult to maintain and monitor. But they've been reopened because they house some important electrical equipment that crews need to reroute as part of the renovation. When they opened up the washrooms, they were expecting to see a pile of rubble. What they found instead was absolutely remarkable. Untouched for 30 years, Gore Park's underground washrooms are an example of perfectly inadvertent preservation.
It's like walking in a time capsule.
They were built in 1913 after a citywide referendum, but not without opposition. Activist Clementina Fessenden rallied a passionate resistance, but back then, of course, women did not have a vote.
They passed a bylaw January 8, 1912, for the issue of debentures to the amount of $18,500 to provide underground lavatories at or near the corner of Houston and King Street.
Coming in well over budget at $23,000, they were the peak of luxury tucked under two barely noticeable entryways, marble stalls, honeycomb tile, and brass fittings. In 1981, they were voted Canada's best public washrooms by Today magazine. 3 years after earning the distinction, they were permanently shuttered, toilet bowls and all. Only now, as the city begins a major renovation on the Gore, do we get a glimpse at how they've weathered the years. The entrance to the women's washroom was right here. Once you got inside, you'd go down a steep set of stairs underground, down a long corridor, and you turn left right here before you were inside. The floor is covered in debris, paint is peeling overhead, but the century-old lavatories have remained remarkably intact.
It's almost eerie in a way, but you stand back in time, like you go back in time.
Now, the washrooms were more well preserved than expected, but also larger. Crews had planned to just fill them in, but now that has to be revisited because of the size. So the plan is up in the air at this point, but contractors are hoping that some of the incredible finds that they've got down there, marble, brass, even this old record that was given to me as a little bit of a memento, they would really like to see them preserved as part of Hamilton history, so we'll have to see what happens. Nick?
Yeah, pretty fascinating stuff. You never knew what's going on below the ground there. Elise Kopp's live tonight.